Community, it's Pastor Brad here with another daily Bible reading. I hope you guys have enjoyed the King's Cross. I know I have. I've enjoyed a lot of these Bible reading videos and just diving deep into the Gospel of Mark over the past few months. I've learned so many things about Jesus, and so many things about my relationship with Christ has changed because of it. And so today we are jumping into Mark chapter 16, verses 1 through 8. And this is what it says. When the Sabbath was over, Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of James, and Salome bought spices so that they might go to anoint Jesus' body. Very early on the first day of the week, just after sunrise, they were on their way to the tomb, and they asked each other, "Who will roll the stone away from the entrance of the tomb?" But when they looked up, they saw that the stone, which was very large, had been rolled away. As they entered the tomb, they saw a young man dressed in a white robe sitting on the right side, and they were alarmed. "Don't be alarmed," he said. "You are looking for Jesus the Nazarene, who was crucified. He has risen. He is not here. See the place where they laid him? But go tell his disciples and Peter, he is going ahead of you into Galilee. There you will see him, just as he told you." Trembling and bewildered, the women went out and fled from the tomb. They said nothing to anyone because they were afraid. Oh man, this is such an awesome passage. I mean, this is about the resurrection of Jesus. This is the cornerstone on which we build everything about our faith on. And if we get this wrong, we're up a creek without a paddle. I find it interesting in this passage that the women came looking for a body, but what they hear are the words, "He is risen." And what's funny is they should have expected it. It's not like Jesus didn't talk about this a few times. It's not like he didn't tell them exactly what was going to happen. And they should have expected it, and they didn't. They were still afraid. They were still nervous. They were bewildered. They're like, what's happening? And the resurrection itself, I mean, I think of it kind of like someone who'd been incarcerated. They do their jail time. They fully satisfy their sentence, and then they get to walk out freely. And I feel like it's similar to what Jesus did. He came, and what he did ultimately was paid the penalty for our sins. And so what he did was he satisfied the prison sentence. And then on Resurrection Sunday, he got up and he walked out free. And because of the resurrection, the freedom that brings to us, this should change how we live now. Because we now have a hope in the future of God's kingdom. Right? So we know that this isn't the end of the line, that there's more to life than just this, but because we know that, it helps us live in this moment better. That hope that Jesus' resurrection gives us hopefully creates a resiliency in our lives to face moments that are both fun, but the moments that are hard, that are difficult in life. Like knowing that the world is broken and divided and struggling. The fact that we have people with failing health in our families or in our circle of friends. That hope gives us a resiliency to help make the right decision, even if it's going to cost me money, even if it's going to cost me my reputation, it might cost me my friends, even some of my family. And yet I still do the right thing anyway because the hope I have is in Jesus, not in just what's right in front of me. I think about it like this, that in Tim Keller says it this way, and it helps me understand what needs to change with me. And Pastor Tim Keller says it like this, we have to live in light of the resurrection and the renewal of this world and of ourselves in a glorious, never-ending, joyful dance of grace. Man, we get to do this because of the resurrection. We get to face life. We get to enjoy life. We get to be adventurous right now because of the resurrection. And so I want to encourage you guys to go back, read this passage slowly, go through it a few times, look at some of the nuances and just kind of reflect for a little bit on the words, you are looking for Jesus the Nazarene. He's been crucified, but he has risen. He is not here. And let the hope of Jesus' resurrection kind of fill your soul today. Love you guys. See you soon.